Good morning. How is everyone? I hope that we're well. I'm Belinda with Just Be Yoga, and we're here for our morning chakra flow. So if you are new, please make yourself comfortable. Maybe have enough space for lying down and moving about a little bit. You could have a cushion or a blanket, maybe a candle, or hopefully you have some windows nearby so that you can feel the dawning of the day coming in. I'm being joined by our chakra kitty Puma, who hopefully is disappearing in the blackness here. All right, so if you are new, this is a morning practice focused on our energetic levels, our energy brought from source, our energy brought from within, not just our physical energy. We will do some breath practices, we will do some physical movement, and maybe some meditation if we have time. Hoping to wrap up around 9:15. Feel free to check us out on demand or stick around with us. All right, I'm going to come up because I forgot that I can see folks' comments, so I love to see folks who have joined us. So feel free to say hello if you're joining, and and we'll get started. Let's start in a sitting space. Now I am going to sit. Actually, I think I'm going to sit on a cushion this morning. And I'm also going to light a little incense. I really prefer, in my home practice, this is a brand called Shomedo, and this is a this is called Matsu no Tomo. And good morning, Sarah. Good morning, Tracy. This is a pine essence. What I really like about Shoyedo is that it doesn't have a smoke point. So I know a lot of times when people don't like incense that, make a lot of choky smoke. This is a very clean incense that has no stick or rope inside of it. So there we go. Alrighty, let's find a comfortable way of sitting. So as you can see, I'm sitting on a raised surface. I've got my legs crossed, but if they bother me, I can lengthen them out in front of me. Let's take a few breaths, a few moments to just breathe, let go of expectation, release any memory that we're holding on to, even if they're fond memories. Recognize that a lot of times when we are talking about visualizations and meditations, we tend to focus on, the bad stuff, the things that we identify as bad. But I'm talking about releasing any distraction. And I'm also not saying that there's any instant button that makes it all disappear. This is a practice, and it takes a while. So let's take a moment and just recognize, where's my mind? What are the busy thoughts bouncing around in there? And then feel the present moment come all the way in to your room, to your mat, to your body. I invite you to join, being willing to be in a sensory experience. Try to let go of thinking. Just receive it. Whatever it is that you feel. Heat, muscle fatigue, muscle stretch points, tingles. Just experience them. When you notice that your mind is wandering to why and what, just recognize this is a part of me, and I'm letting it flow through me. I'm letting it be a part of me. Let's feel our skin all across the surface of our body, starting with a body scan this morning. Feel this surface level and the information it's sending us. Be aware of your muscles just beneath your skin. Feel the depth and density of that musculature. Become aware of, try to feel your organs. And try to become aware of your bones. I'll invite us to start with Anulom Vilom Pranayama. So that's an alternate nostril breathing. And I'll bring my right thumb to close my right nostril and breathe up the left nostril. Close the left nostril with the last two fingers of the right hand and breathe down the right. And breathe up the right. Close with the thumb gently and breathe down the left. Let's continue in this manner. See if you can relax the diaphragm in your belly. And take in your awareness of the sensations of the flow of breath in this alternate nostril breathing. Both sides of you. All of your channels. And then gently let that go. And find a natural breath. And I'll invite us to close the eyes shut tightly. Furrow the brow. And then open the eyes wide. And shut them tightly. And open the eyes wide. And again. And open the eyes wide. And then relax your eyes. And then I want to remind myself to remind you all that everything that I have to say is a suggestion. So feel free to, take what works and leave the rest. All right, we'll open the jaw wide, protrude the tongue, and then shut the jaw tight. And again. And again. Beautiful. And then relax the jaw, relax the eyes, relax your face. And I'll invite us to rub the palms together. Nice and warm, nice and hot. Feel that heat getting generated from within you. And we'll cup the warm hands around the ear. Receiving sound in this way. And again. And we'll cover over the eyes, just cup over them. Feel the glow of that warmth. And then feel free to massage the eyebrows, the eyes, the temples, whatever you feel called to do. And once again, waking up the chakras in the hands, energy centers. And then cupping around the throat. Deep breath in, out the mouth. Deep breath in, out the mouth. And then massage anywhere you wish, on the neck, the throat, maybe the tops of the shoulders. Wonderful. All right, I'll invite us to breathe in and lengthen the arms up. Exhaling, hands to center. And we'll continue in this manner, moving with breath. Feel your pace, your energy. When you feel ready to just come to a pause, hands to prayer. The Anjali Mudra, that's what this is called, the Anjali Mudra. Mudras are yoga postures for the hands. And notice what you feel. Release. Feel free to change your leg positioning if you wish. Spine erect. I'm still sitting on my pillow. And the chin tucked. Feel the lengthening in the back of the neck. Try to continue practicing your abdominal breath. And tilt the chin up. And then we'll just continue in this manner. Up and down, you find how long you wish to hold, honoring your body awakening this morning, honoring your energy awakening this morning. Transitioning to turning left and right when you are ready. Allow for some simplicity, but also attention to all that's going on, subtle and not so subtle. Sensations you recognize and those you don't. Transitioning to neck rotation. Changing direction. Maybe pay attention to when different functions of the body start to get stimulated, like salivation. Your mind just started to really kick in. Any draining, any mucous membranes coming alive. And then find a neutral space. Shrug the shoulders up. Hold them down. Up. Hold them down. Hold them down, down, down. And then release that energy, that effort. And the arms open. We will rotate palms, forearms, upper arms backward, maybe the upper chest a bit. Breath. And rotate, coil, upper arms open and back, feeling the chest rise. Now you find the pace and the length of hold that you wish, that your body says yes to, that your spirit says yes to. How receptive are we to movement, to opening, to closing, to rotations? Feeling the cycles of movement, the rhythm, the current, the flow of our current. And then we'll hold. Breathe and just hold. Can you allow your arms to be suspended by force? Wrist rotation. Feel the nature of your breath. Changing direction. Notice where your attention goes. Is it to the isolated point of movement? Or can we allow our attention to be dispersed across our entire being? Come all the way in. Good. And then we'll flex the wrist down, up, down, up, down. And I'll invite us to wrap for a little hug. Feel free to cleanse with whatever kind of breath you wish. Maybe solely through the nose, maybe through the mouth. Everything with deliberate intention and attention. And then inviting a twist. First full movement of the entire spine. And a twist. Skin, muscles, organs, bones, nerve endings, breath. Come back to center, spirit. And we'll release. Good. Left palm open and up. Right palm open and down. And we'll squeeze and pulse. and then rest. Right palm open and up, left palm open and down, and squeeze and pulse. This is called charging the chakras in the hands. And then release. Rest, observe, be with the energies that are surging, radiating, flowing through you. All right, I'll encourage us to lengthen the legs out in front of us. And so whether you've got a yoga mat or some blankets, just give yourself a place, for this ritual of practice in the body, in the breath, in the spirit. All right, and we'll just wake up the legs. Encourage this stimulating, vibrating sensation. Pointing and flexing. How does it feel to start awakening and connecting to the sensations in the lower part of the body? And ankle rotations. Yeah, that's me clicking. Changing direction. Good. And I've got my legs a little wide. I'm going to rotate the inner thighs and notice how it takes the ankles in and the big toes start to point toward one another. And then roll it in the opposite direction, opening. And we'll continue now at your pace and the duration that you wish to hold. Be a breathing body, be a sensing body, a breathing spirit, a sensing spirit. And now a nice little rapid, like windshield wiper blade shake. Awareness of flesh, how it moves, how it shakes, how it comes back into shape, the resilience of it. Good. And then we'll release. All right. Legs out in front of us. They don't have to be together. Some of you may wish to have your legs bent a little. Actually, I'll go ahead and start my first one with my knees up. Breath in. Exhale as you fold the upper body forward. Breathing in as we roll it up. Exhaling as we roll it forward. So once again, your rhythm, your length of hold. Observing. What is inviting this movement? What areas of the body, what areas of your spirit are inviting different segments of the movement? And what areas of the body, what areas of the spirit and the mind are resistant? And we come on our mat to be all the way in receptivity and resistance. Perhaps two sides of a coin equal. They are parts of us. We come to connect, we come to love and accept all of the equal parts of us. What is our resistance teaching us, telling us today? What is our receptivity, the welcoming nature, the inviting nature in us, teaching us, telling us today? And then I'll invite us, when you're ready, to fold forward and hold. Feel the natural rhythms going on within you. Breath, pulse, brain waves as energy waves, sensations as energy waves. And rolling that spine upright. I'm going to turn back now to face us. I'm going to sit for myself personally in what's called Sukhasana, so that shin in front of shin. Some of you may prefer crisscross applesauce. You might even want to put maybe pillows or blocks under the knees if your inner thighs are resistant to kind of coming down. Point is, make yourself comfortable, but sit deliberately. Know how you're sitting. Actually, it just changed my mind, and I'm going to sit in half lotus. All right, I'll invite us to twist. No strain. Find the stop point and just breathe and be in your body. Seated and solid, coiling. Breathing. And gently finding the other side. It's the greatest ease that we can experience. The nature of rooting and being stable, the nature of coiling and spiraling, rising, ascending. And gently release. All right, I'll invite us to bring our hands up. Some people call this goddess arms. You can, if you're a football fan, goalpost arms. Shoulders soft. Try not to tense them up by the ears. And then we'll invite a side to side twist. Soften the neck. Try to have nothing be forceful. And feel your body's receptivity, different locations of receptivity and resistance. What's changing and starting to get activated, stimulated. What's softening, releasing, dissipating. All the way in. Physical experience, an energetic experience, centrifugal force, velocity, feeling air currents moving around us and within us. Come all the way in. And slow the pace until you eventually come to a halt and rest and breathe and feel and be. I'll invite us to change the cross of our legs. So whatever leg was on top or in front. And again, if you already know, like if you're feeling some intense feelings, anything that's dizzying, lie down, take a rest. Please don't take yourself to a point of unease. Let's try to carry ease and steadiness with us in all things. If we're feeling disoriented or feeling dis-ease, we're meant to listen to that and come and bring ourselves into a balanced and healed state. All right? Okay, so if you're joining, twist. And you feel and be aware of the entire spinal column as a conductor of the energy of our central nervous system. It is piping. It literally is. So we're getting to feel the joints and the connectors, the tendons, the ligaments, the flesh, the skin, all working together for this pliability, this resilience, and strength combined. Conducting energy up and down the spine. Notice the flow of the current, any surges, any radiating, anything that feels like it has stopped, blocked in an area or region. Come to be aware. Soften the neck. And start to slow it down. And rest the palms. Come to a rest. I'll invite us to do a pranayama, Simhasana pranayama. Simhasana means lion's breath. Pranayama means breath exercise. All right, so we'll inhale in the nose, exhale out the mouth, protruding the tongue forcefully. Inhale. If you want another, grab another. I'll invite us to find child's pose. So we'll come to hands and knees, if you wish. If there's something else you wish to do along the way, go right ahead. And then we'll sink back toward the heels as we're on our knees. Chest resting. If your head doesn't rest, you can rest your head on your palms, or you could bring a pillow here to place your head so that it's resting and it isn't dangling. Receive this pose. Receive this body shape. All of the forces of nature you're aware of. Gravity or density. Receive it. And notice where there is resistance. And we'll lengthen the arms out in front of us. Make sure that you're not straining. Sometimes when we start to invite reach, we overreach. What's just enough? Maybe back it up a little, bring the arms in, retract them a little and soften. And the arms are still extended. Could this be good enough? What are different regions of the body telling you about this level of moderation? How does it sit with you? Come all the way in. And I'll invite us to come forward to hands and knees. We're going to start to flow a little bit. Stepping the right foot up, hands to the right knee. Coming upright. Listen to body areas that may be saying slow down or don't go so far. If you wish, if you feel stable, we can lengthen the arms. Again, no strain. Hands down, tuck the back toes, stepping the back leg up. Grabbing opposite elbows, breathing in, breathing out, hanging, releasing, receiving. Breathe freely, release the arms, rolling the spine upright. Feel the transitions, the state of change that comes with continuity. And lengthen the arms up and forward fold. Let go. Come all the way in to the letting go. And we'll step the opposite leg back. Sorry, I can't recall what I had cued. Hands to the knee, gradually coming upright. Feel the nature of your steadiness. And maybe it has its own rhythm that undulates and doesn't feel as steady. But if you notice that you haven't fallen, you are steady. You're upright. And there is a constant exchange that's going on. If you're ready, if you wish, you can keep your hands to prayer. Inviting rising while we're sinking. And hands down, stepping back to hands and knees. Chest forward, hands and knees plank. Lowering down. Feel the energy of lowering. Come all the way in to the releasing of the muscles here at the end of that lowering. And then initiate, lifting the chest just a little, keeping the hips down, elbows bent, and hands and knees. Tucking the toes under, feel the feet come alive in awareness of the toes and the bending backward of as many of them as you can be aware of. And lifting the hips when you're ready, straightening the legs, releasing the upper body. Examine the nature of your breath, the nature of steadiness and stability, and all that is constantly changing, shifting, navigating. The states of change within us. And I'm going to call this now, I'm going to bring my right knee down and step the left foot up. Breathing in as we rise. And hands down, stepping the right leg up. Rolling the spine upward. And then I'll invite us to a pause in our mountain. So your feet could be apart a little. I have them directly under my hip bones. They could be together. And if some of you feel more stable, a little wider, go right ahead. But bring some conscious awareness into placing yourself into standing. And if you're comfortable doing so, close the eyes. All right. Here we go. I'm going to ring the gong. Surrendering while being in action. And then we'll let it release. All right. So I'm going to invite us to shift our weight into the left leg and either bring the right toes to the floor against the left ankle or up onto the calf. Let's stay here. Notice all that's fluctuating, negotiating, navigating. Feel all of the elements of trust that are here. What is known about our safety, about our physical bodies. What is unknown. What sensations are intensifying. And place that foot down. Shifting it into the right. And we'll bring the toes down against the ankle. Maybe that's where you wish to stay for your treat. Maybe you start down there and eventually come up to calf. If you have the ability to go more, I'm just going to put it out there. Could you do less? So what I mean by that is if you know you could place that heel up here, could you do less? Could you invite yourself to just experience this state of rooting, stabilizing, and rising, of trust and feeling? And we'll bring that down. Good, we're going to shift into the, I'm sorry, I should just stop trying to mirror. This is my left, this is my right. And release and extend. That could be down here. What happens to the nature of the breath? What's the breath you wish to have? What's the breath that says, I love me? I trust the energy. I trust spirit. I trust that I am okay. And lowering it down, shifting, and bringing this knee up. You could hold it, you could not. And extend. And lower that down. Good. I'll invite us to come a little bit wider. Feet angled about 45 degrees. And let's reach some expansion that probably feels like it. I don't know. For me, it's lightening the load. That expansion, taking away some of that density of focus and intensity of drilling down while we were standing upright. Here, the energy is allowed to rise. My effort is allowed to rise. My intention come all the way in it. The intention of rising. And then bending the knees, sinking it down. You're all going to stop at a different point. And up. And down. Now, your rhythm. Wherever you want to pause, you pause. The duration of that pause is yours. Examining and feeling, initiating and ending. Initiating and ending. Feeling the process of initiating. All of the stages of it. And ending. Before endings, after endings. Good, let's hold. What's the greatest ease that we can experience while continuing to rise? Soften, moderate, soften, moderate. What are we experiencing in our fingers, our wrists, our arms, our chest, our back, our throat, our faces? And hands to prayer. Good. We'll bring the legs together. Turn sideways here. And we'll lift the right leg and step it back. Perhaps it's a few steps. Back foot flat. Left knee bent. And straightening and sinking. Straightening and sinking and straightening. Remember, we're feeling, just feeling, noticing receptivity and resistance, and twisting to the left. And releasing the twist, stepping the back leg up. You can take as many steps as you like. You could take one big step. That is yours to explore. And stepping the other leg back. Left leg back, right knee forward. Left foot at a 45-degree angle. Feeling our hips. Feeling this side. Don't wonder why it feels differently on this side. Just acknowledging we have so many parts that come together to make up our whole. And it is what it is. And it's still holding us up so we can bend and straighten. Relax the belly. And hold, lifting and twisting to the right. Notice your feet, notice your ankles. Notice your thighs, your hips. Notice your organs and your chest and your breath. Is there more twist? Do we need less? And back to center. Making your way up, however it works for you. And let's twist. And let it come to a halt. Eyes opened or closed. Resting in this mountain. Standing version of Savasana. Pose of stillness and steadiness and awareness. Inhale, lengthening upward. Exhale, let's bring this right arm down, left arm over, side bend. Remember that moderation. Maybe thrust the left hip forward a hair. And gradually upright, hold, breathe, pause. Feel things coming back into place, right? That resilience. Is it coming back to the same place? Is it coming back to a different place? And other side. And back to center when you're ready. And then hands to prayer. And then hands to the hips. Hip rotation. I'm going to separate my feet a little bit. Knees bent. Oh, feel those hips. How expressive does your body want to be? Can we let the mind not get in the way and interfere with that expressiveness? Changing your direction. Release that. All right, I'm going to invite us to widen the legs out. That was probably a bit much on my part. Feet are parallel. Try not to lock the knees, so a slight bend in the knees. And a flat spine forward. Now, if you have back pain, maybe skip holding in the middle and just come forward, knees soft. And as always, you can eliminate any of these postures or exercises. And release the upper body, knees soft, rolling the spine upright, lifting the head last. And expand. Relax those elbows. Coming forward. Moderation, softness. Can we intend softness and gentleness for ourselves? And release. Knees soft, spine soft, head soft, neck soft. Rolling the spine up. Fluid and flowing. Right, your pace. Holding for whatever duration you wish for yourselves. Feeling all of the solid elements. All of the activated will elements. All of the fluid elements. All of the receptive elements within us and around us. All of the resisting elements within us and around us. What do we get to learn? From resistance and from receptivity. And the next time we come forward, not rushing you, if you want to explore, walk it over to the left leg. Maybe hug it in. And over to the other side. And back to a neutral space. All right, I'm going to invite us. I'm going to turn sideways. To walk forward. Maybe come onto the tippy toes. Get the hips, pull the chest up, and take it back. Take your time, walk your hands back. And hang. Come all the way in. And forward. You can keep this. Maybe you just take a few steps forward. Shifting the weight forward. Maybe you just hold here. Maybe allowing the chest to rise and the hips to lower. And gradually taking it back. Walking the hands back. And receive. Knees generously soft if you would like. And I'll invite us to come down to hands and knees. We'll lengthen left leg, right arm. Bend the left knee and see if you can find that foot, right? Now, if you've got long pants, you could hold the cuff of the pants as well. And if you can't, you could also use a strap on the left foot to help get a hold of it, right? So we have a few options, or you could just say, screw that, right? Hold in the softest way you can. What are you feeling? Scan. Left arm, right knee. Left hip, left thigh. Right shoulder. Belly button, front of chest. Back of neck, front of throat. If you wish, lift the left leg up behind you. And when you're done, release. We're going to twist the left arm open. Left hand behind the head. And touch left elbow to right elbow. Inhale, open. Exhale, twist. Inhale, open. Exhale, twist. And release. And child's pose. Maybe widen the knees here. And sink back. Arms however you wish them to be. Remember, you could put a pillow under your head. Where are you practicing moderation and acceptance? How are you experiencing your energy on the left side of your body? On the right side of your body? The entire front surface of your body? The entire back surface of your body? Within all of your organs? Within your breath? And when you're ready, maybe you're good to go. That's fine. Hang out, lay down, take a nap, do something different. But if you're joining and coming to hands and knees, once again, lengthen the right leg and the left arm. Now I'm going to bend my right knee. Again, you could grab a strap if you want, or your pant leg. See if that left hand and right foot care to know one another today. And if so, how are they coming together? Are they coming together with kindness, receptivity, or resistance? All right, and just hang. No pulling, tugging. As soft as you can be. Scan and become aware. If you wish, if you have some energy for it, some initiating energy to lift that right foot up. Where does it stop? Feel the resistance and the receptivity. Feel the dance between them. And gently release. Bringing the right knee down, left hand down, twisting the right arm and the chest open. Right hand behind the head, elbow up, and twist. And open. And twist. And open. And twist. Open. Release. And we're going to lie down on our backs. If you don't mind, maybe have a pillow nearby, as well as a block if you have one. If you don't, a book is kind of handy. A sizable book, not like, some giant library size unabridged dictionary or anything like that. Or just roll up a towel. Adjust your hips and your shoulders for ease. Feel all of the various points of contact of your back body against the mat, against the floor. Feel your body receiving the floor. Feel the floor receiving you. We'll walk the feet in, walking the heels close to your buttocks, feet 4 or 5 inches apart, knees aiming toward the ceiling. Now rest your backside. Notice if any muscles are preparing to tense. Can we just be here? Arms extending overhead, letting them rest on the floor behind us. No tension in the arms. So once they've arrived, can you let them go lax and limp? And when you're ready, start to press gently through the feet and curl the tailbone under. That's all. Pushing the feet down, curling the tailbone under. Feel maybe your abdomen starting to work, your core muscles, soften your shoulders, and now tilt the tailbone back, relaxing the feet. You don't have to push so hard with the feet. And now push down with the feet, curling the tailbone under. Don't thrust the hips up. All we're doing is tucking the tailbone. Breathe. Maybe push both shoulder blades in the floor as well. And rocking the tailbone back toward the floor. You feel your low back curving off the mat. Relax the feet, relax your neck. One more time through this pelvic tilt, but feel the amount of pressure we push down with the feet and how that helps. How much tucking of the tailbone. And then releasing. Now we'll rise if you wish. Try not to turn your head. We'll push down through the feet. A little bit of tucking with the tailbone. Now tighten the muscles in your thighs and allow the hips to rise. Pushing with the feet. Tailbone under. Thighs tightening. Hips rising. Breathe. Soften the shoulders. Let the shoulders receive the body weight if you can. Allow your tummy to expand with breath. Don't hold it back. Let it do what it does. It has so much capacity. And allow that capacity to exist. Be grateful for the abundant capacity in our midsection, in our tummies. And then we'll start to lower down. Feel the thighs disengaging. Feel the hips gently lowering. And then we'll drop both knees to the right. And then both knees up and over to the left. And then you find a rhythm and duration of pause that you wish. That you want to explore feeling. That you wish to explore feeling. And then we'll bring the knees to a neutral space. Crossing left ankle above right knee. You can take your hands and take them in between the right thigh and the right hand on the outside of the right thigh, left hand inside of the right thigh, and pull the right knee toward you. Hear your body with its resistance. Don't force against any resistance. Can you relax the right shin and calf? Observe what's going on the back of your body, back of your shoulder blades, back of your neck. Is that the you that you've been cultivating with ease? And we'll gently release and switch. And then we'll alternate left leg and right leg, your rhythm, your duration. And explore what is equilibrium. Perhaps feel your body weight up and down the length of your spine. Maybe shift a little right or left so that you're aware. Am I balanced? If I tried to hold myself with equal balance on both sides of the spine, Where do I feel intensity? Where does my body naturally want to find its rest? What am I resisting? And what am I receptive to? Can I remain receptive to growth? And if that is true, I have to be receptive to change. Changing something physically, and therefore the sensation experience within it. Change mentally about what I think I know, what I think I like, what I think is good or bad, what I think I want. We get to recognize our habitual patterns. One more time if you wish. And sometimes habitual patterns keep us safe. And sometimes we become so locked in them that they imprison us and don't allow us to grow, change, evolve, transform, discover. So we receive what we're feeling here. We feel the truth of what we're feeling, allowing us to become authentic in how our energy is flowing, becoming authentic and accepting about our own true natures. Not compared against anyone else. And we'll gently release, and I'll invite us to grab our block or your pillow or your book, whatever you were using. I'm going to use this yoga block. We've got the feet in that bridge position. I'm going to practice pressing through the feet, tailbone under, rising in the hips. I'm going to take the block and slide it under my buttocks. I'm going to try not to have the small of my back resting on the block. I'm going to have the tailbone area, the sacral area, just above the tailbone. It's a triangular bony plate. And let that area rest on the block. Now, if what you've chosen is too high, if you're feeling strain, dis-ease, please lower it down, get something that's a little lower. We'll allow the body to rest here. And in the resting, we get to notice that there's a lot going on. So breathe and observe and saturate and feel all of that subtle going on. Notice the receptive nature and the resistant nature. Where's the balance? What's excessive? Are we excessively resistant? Are we so receptive that the body is too loose, causing some discomfort? And what could we change to grow? Maybe bottoms of the feet together, knees open. That could be too intense. Some may wish to explore straightening the legs. Your change could be very subtle. You could just change the arms or adjust your neck position. Acknowledge that anything that shifts is a change. And that's growth. The only growth isn't just the big growth. I've got to appreciate the small stages, the increments, because that's where I am right now. I don't get to skip any of the parts. Now this may be really intensifying, so please ease your way off of the block whenever your body is really letting you know, hello, this resistance means hard stop. If you're still with us, check your jaw, your tongue, maybe move it around, check in with the ease. Your eyebrows, are they furrowed? Where is there tension? Where is there resistance? Does it need to be? Now I'm going to bring my feet in, my hips, in the front of my low abdomen. We're starting to say basta. And again, I want to push through the feet, tailbone under, and feel the hips start to rise. I'm going to move the block out of my way and lower the hips down. And just let the body rest here. Feel the muscles gradually softening and melting, releasing the activation of the lift and the lower. And then I'll invite us to hug the knees in. Maybe rock, do what you need. What is that low back saying? Maybe allow something playful to come out of you. And I'll invite us to cross left knee joint over right knee joint. So a curtsy style crossing of the legs. I'm going to allow both knees to fall over to the right. Now we're all going to have a different level of twist that the body will allow here. Maybe the body is very receptive after all of the movement that we've had. Maybe it feels as though it got prepared, loosened for the depth of this twist. Perhaps there are sections of your spine, your arm, your chest that say, oh, back off here. And so what do you need to do to back off? Maybe it's shifting the arm positioning. Finding some way to shift, change, and adjust and stay. And that's grow. You don't have to absolutely quit or absolutely stop something. Meet ourselves where we are. And experience this twist as it is, as it's available. Listen to it and learn from it. And we'll gradually come back upright. I'm going to switch now, crossing right knee joint over left, making my way over to the left side. Actually, my low back is initially kind of resistant. If I wait, it becomes a little more receptive, a little bit more receptive. And my neck as well. The pause can teach us so much. but allowing for gradients of shift. Present moment doesn't have to mean immediacy or urgency. If we soften in the pause, we may leave room for more slow, gradual transformation. And we'll gradually come on back upright, releasing the cross, perhaps lifting the forehead up to the roof. And then breathe in as we lengthen the body, big long stretch. Be as soft or as tight as you wish. Oh, sometimes muscles need to feel that tension. And then hugging it in. And then we'll lay the body down for Savasana. Positioning the hips for comfort, legs out in front of us. Maybe they're a little parted or wide. Arms, however you would like them to be. If lying down on your back is not comfortable, feel free to turn around, lay on your belly, turn on your side, okay? Or if you're staying on your back and if keeping the knees bent provides some ease for your low back, feel free. We're here to practice, not punish ourselves. Find a few breaths that are your expression. And then settle in. Perhaps eyelids open. To encourage ourselves to remain aware and present. Present in what we're feeling. Present in our being. Let go. Awaken the body softly with kindness. We'll all eventually join together in an upright, seated space. Please feel free to join with some rolling the Oms to close. And so what I mean by rolling the Oms is imagine that we're all together and that we won't allow any silence between the end of the exhale and the next inhale. We'll keep them going continuously. Hands to the heart center. Mana eva manushanayam karanam bandha mokshayoho. If you are bound, you are bound. And if you are free, you are free. Namaste. Thank you all so much for joining on a Sunday morning for our chakra flow. It's always great to be able to share in practice with community in any way that we can. Some of you know that decided to continue to be virtual as well as in person. So this is the second week of coming back to just a pure live stream. Hi, Sarah. Namaste. If you're interested, please check out our website and go to the workshop section. This Wednesday, we're beginning a 4-week virtual workshop of the Metaverse, a loving kindness workshop. Metta in Pali means kindness or compassionate kindness. And so this workshop will explore ways that we are experiencing or preventing and withholding kindness on a physical level, as well as in our actions and our words and our intentions with others. So we will gather together. There will be some recordings that you'll be able to access, as well as a brochure or a pamphlet that it kind of goes into it a little more deeply. It'll be a nice, intimate gathering of community. Hi, Thomas. It's great to see you. All right. I'll hang out for a bit if anyone wants to chatter. Anything come up for you in our practice today that you want to talk about or that you experienced in your body. Try not to rush off into a thinking space of the mind and, maybe take 15, 20 minutes, have a cup of tea or go for a little walk and just let the energy settle that we've stirred up. Letting ourselves be energetic beings without processing, without rationalizing, without producing is key toward our wholeness and a part of our balanced energetic wellness, right? Not a wellness that's just about like my body tone, my blood pressure, all of those stats. Coming into believing and trusting in our felt sense of being is at the heart of our yogic experience and a heart of our state of consciousness and awareness experience. So, there's some squishy cares there. We need a domo emoticon, don't you think, Sarah? I think that would be great. All right. Nobody wants to chatter. I will sit for a second or two more. because I'm happy to talk about chakras. I'm happy to talk about breath, about that om that we did, um, about pauses. That was another element of today's practice. Or the metaverse. What's the metaverse? And I know you guys are hearing me type, right? Sorry about that. All right. I'm gonna hang, or I'm gonna say namaste. I hope everyone is gonna have a wonderful day. Um, and yeah, go share some kindness with yourself and with others. All right. Peace. Namaste.